Regional NIT. Semi-final matchup. The winner of this one gets a shot at the title here tonight under the lights. It started out as a rainy day and lots of scheduling conflicts, but we are back at it one more time. This time, the ZT National 14U Prospects team, they continue to charge forward. They're going up against Test Black, a club as well that's doing very good throughout the course of this tournament. We're in the semifinals. There are 4 teams standing. 2 will get a shot at the championship following these semifinal matchups. Under the lights tonight, Chris Aller with the call, Championship Monday. Stay with us. We'll get the defensive set in just a moment.
There's a reason why humor goes everywhere.
Well, we're ready to set the defense for you. The ZT Prospects 14U national team, they will be the home team. And on the bump, the right-handed hurler. The big man, Henry Kuhnsteller, will take care of business for the Prospects. He'll get his warm-up tosses. Behind the plate, Monster Nateo Victoria. He'll manage the team from back behind the dish. Over on the first base side, he's had a good tournament so far, Jimmy Stout. Over in the second base position, Charlie Blaylock. Blaylock's had consistent hitting and some good play all the way around throughout the course of this tournament. On the third base side in the 5 spot, Jordan Leon, as I've mentioned, a great acquisition. He's truly shown his net worth throughout the course of this tournament. On the shortstop side, Brandon Manavong. Manavong, again, always consistent. You can count on him every time he's at the plate or in the field as Victoria pumps it down the line, and we're ready to get this show on the road. On the left field side, Drew Murakami. Murakami having a good tournament as well. In center field, Trey Lawrence, the big man. He'll take care of business out there. And rounding it out on the right side, Brody Taylor. So that's your defensive set to get things going. And our umpire tonight, Mark, will call balls and strikes. He will manage the game, working with Reggie down the line. He sets the table. It's time to play ball. Semi-final matchup as Lund will step in to start things off for the Test Club. And the ball is low. The count is 1-0. Kuhnsteller runs it out. And a little bit low. The count is 2-0. Henry settling in. Kuhnsteller, a big arm for the club. And Henry runs it low there. The count is 3-0. And a strike there. So Henry comes back and relocates. 81-mile-an-hour fastball for Kuhnsteller. And the count goes to 3-1. And strike called there. So Henry works the low part of the plate, gets the call. The count goes full at 3-2. Lund steps back in. Kuhnsteller ready to deal the 3-2 pitch. And a well-hit ball, Murakami. And the ball was in front there, so no option on the line shot to the left side. And on board with the singles, the batter Lund will bring up King, who hits in the 2 spot. King plays third base. It's a righty-lefty matchup here. Lights well on their way, bringing the field to life out here tonight. Kuhnsteller ready to go. Curveball in for the strike, a good-looking pitch there. The count is 0-1. Kuhnsteller works ahead. Lund with a modest lead at first. Another curveball. They're going to have to go here and get the runner down the line. So King will have a seat. No play for Henry at second. And they pick up their first out. Stepping in the three-hitter, Mora, catcher for the club. We'll step in with Lund over at second. Third base side, they'll gather there. A long throw across is in time. So we got an out called on the field, and the call will stand. So over from the third base side, Jordan Leon pulls the trigger and fires across to Jimmy Stout. And they hold the call on the field with the infield umpire making the call. 2 down. Curveball in for the strike. Good movement there. North to south there for Kuhnsteller, and he works ahead. The count is 0-1. And again, Henry, good location. So Kuhnsteller getting it working here. The count is 0-2 with 2 outs. Lund is parked at third. And we'll see what kind of pitch they bring for him here. Pitch on the way. Fastball outside, just missing. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So Gongora, the 1-2 count. He'll step out and shake off on the call there. Not sure what was going on there. Gongora stepped out. And swing and a miss. Drop 3. They'll have to clear it. And a play is made. Victorio gets out of the pop quickly, deals down to Jimmy Stout. They'll strand 1. We'll head to the bottom of the first frame. No score of the 2025 semifinals of the Super Regional NIT here at the Oak Villa Park. Chris Aller with the call. It's been a great tournament so far, and 4 teams standing, and the winner of this one gets a shot at the title here tonight under the lights. It's been a big delay, and again, we appreciate everybody's patience throughout the course of the last few days. Tournament started on Saturday, working all the way into championship Monday, and the delays were quite significant. This game was scheduled for 6:15, started a little bit after about 7:20 here tonight, close about, somewhere in that area. You're wondering why, well, why are we shooting through the fence? Well, we had an incident, as you know, if you were following us in the last game, as the Prospects had a situation where there was a warm-up pitch that got through and actually snapped the camera, broke it, cracked it in half, and also broke the tripod. So I'm working with some of the backup equipment, but just from a safety perspective, we backed it up a bit here, and we apologize. I know it can be challenging sometimes looking through these fences, but the important thing is you're going to get a chance to still see the game. Hopefully in your big screen TV, it'll look a lot better, and enjoy things here tonight under the lights. Stay with us as we get the defensive set up here. In just a moment, we'll head to the bottom half. So to set things up for you here with Tess Black, Wells will be the pitcher of the record. He'll start things out there. Behind the plate catching will be Mora. He'll handle things there over on the first base side. Wren will handle first base for the club. On the second base side, Young. Over on third base, King will take care of business in the 5 spot. In the 6 spot, your shortstop, Gongora. Over in left field, Lund will take care of business there. Center field, You'll have Menifee, and rounding things out on the right side will be Schaffler. That's your defensive set for Tess Black. As Charlie Blaylock will step in for the prospects, we're ready to go here. Wells ready to deal. Bottom one. And a ball up. The count is 1-0. Well hit ball, left side. Left fielder backing up quite deep and will pull it in. So a long fly out for Charlie Blaylock. And Lund able to pull that in deep on the left side. And Tess Black will pick up the first out here. Monster Victorio. Nateo will step in as the prospects go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the first. Nateo ready to go. And a ball out. The count is 1-0. And a ball low. The count is 2-0. And a strike at the plate. The count goes to 2-1. And a ball low. Victorio laying off. The count goes to 3-1. Victorio, high flyer. Left fielder backing up. Should get under it. Routine play there and pulls it in. So 2 long flyouts to the left fielder, Lund. And he reels those in. There's 2 down. Stepping in, Jordan Leon, hitting in the 3 spot for the prospects here tonight. Pitch on the way. Ball is out. The count goes to 1-0. Strike up the middle there. So Wells deals the strike. The count goes to 2-1. Ball out, 3-1 count to Jordan Leon. Leon, well hit ball. That ball's crushed. And that ball is a no-doubter. So a bomb to the left side, down the line. And Jordan Leon takes a big stroke. So the prospects will pick up 1 there. And Barberena takes the cut, fouls it straight back. So an 0-1 count to Barberena as he steps back in. And a strike called there. The count goes to 0-2. And Barberena cuts it foul straight back. And the 0-2 count will hold. Curveball just missing there off the plate. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Right side, that ball is up. Down the line is the umpire, right side, not seeing it. The outfielder's not sure where the ball is. And it's to the fence line. And Barberena's going to shut it down at third there. They'll cut him down there and they'll bring it in. A good throw in. The right fielder, for a moment, lost the ball and was not able to track it, and then it ended up landing and going to the fence line. Barberena in with a triple with 2 outs. So Trey Lawrence will step in. Lawrence, big cut there at the plate. As Wells gets that through, and we'll work ahead. The count is 0-1. And hit by pitch there. Lawrence will get on board with a walk.
I'm going to go get him after the tap in.
And Brody Taylor, high fly ball in foul territory, in fair territory, and the ball drops in foul territory. The ball was moving around a little bit and behind the plate. Morrow was shuttling himself around to try to get under it. The ball was dancing up in the sky there. Runner goes, breaking ball at the plate, no play there. Trey Lawrence will move up 90 feet. And the prospects with Lawrence at second and Barberena over on the third base side. Taylor looks at a 2-1 count. Lays off there and ball low, and the count goes to 3-1. Two outs here, bottom of the first frame. Prospects leading 1-0 on a solo home run by Jordan Leon. Time is called, granted at the plate. Taylor steps out. Taylor, pulled foul right in there behind home plate, coming off the base. And fair ball is in play. So the ball drops in on the infield, just right off the line on the third base side. So Brody Taylor gets on, the run comes over. And the prospects with runners at the corners, it's 2-0. What looked like a foul ball ended up right inside the third base line by about 3 or 4 inches. So Mark reloading our head umpire. Baseball's coming at a premium here this evening under the lights as Mark gets things taken care of. And we'll be ready to go, and Jimmy Stout will step in. Stout looks at ball one. The count's 1-0. Runner goes. Third base side, a good gather there. Throw across is in time. A good pick at the first base side. A good play defensively. And Tess Black will get back on the offensive side. The Prospects, we pick up 2. Jordan Leon goes deep and 1 across on a flyout. We'll be right back. Stay with us. 2-0 Prospects. And back to live action. We're ready to go here in the top of the second. Prospects leading 2-0. And Kunsteller, count is 1-0. Tess Black, they go 5, 6, 7 here. With Young looking at a ball. And the count is 2-0. And Kunsteller runs it out. The count goes to 3-0. Kunsteller able to locate, gets the outer third. And the count is 3-1, so taking all the way, the 5-hitter Young. Hold foul. Solid barrel for Young down the third base side, foul. And the count goes full at 3-2. And that gets away from Kunsteller. He'll put the man on. So Young, the 5-hitter, gets on board with a walk on a full count. So stepping in the 6th spot, Wren. Wren plays first base for the club. And Young over on the first base side. Jimmy Stout holds him on. Modest lead over on the first base side. From the stretch, Kunsteller will work. Pass ball upstairs. It's the call. Count is 0-1. And Henry runs it low and out. Wren not taking there, biting. And the count goes to 1-1. And Henry locates there. Good adjustment for himself there. And he'll ring up the strike. The count goes to 1-2. Young over at first for Tess Black. Stout holds him on. Pitch on the way. Ball swung on, cut foul. So 1-2 count. Curveball, strike three call, Kuhnsteller. Good drop there. That ball had tons of movement. And Henry gets the K. So Young has a seat. Correction, Wren and Schaffler will step in. One out. Young over at first. And Henry goes outside for the strike call. The count is 0-1. Strike called at the plate, throw down. Manavong lays the tag on. And in time, stolen base. So Young ends up at 90 feet up, and the count is 1-2. First base, so 90 feet down the line. And Menifee will step in. Runners at first and second. Right side. Brody Taylor having to move on it, gets under it. And a ball is dropped by Taylor. And now there's trouble here. So Taylor drops the fly ball in his glove. And now the bases are loaded. Situation getting interesting. Taylor will pull that ball in 10 out of 10 times there, and for some reason or another, it just got away from him. You can see a little bit of frustration there from Brody out in right field. So Coach Ortiz takes a minute, heads out to the mound. Quick conversation. Bases loaded, one out. We'll be right back. Well, a quick conversation on the hill for Coach Ortiz. And a bases loaded here with one out. And the pitcher Wells steps in. Strike outside. Wells takes a look. Kuhnsteller will work ahead. The count is 0-1. So a 1-1 count to the batter Wells. And the ball's cut foul, straight back and out of play. So a 1-2 count. And a ball up. The count goes to 2-2. And swing and a miss, strike 3 there, so 2 outs. And a big pitch for Henry Kuhnsteller and an out. So Kuhnsteller gets the K with 2 outs here. The batter Taylor, hitting in the 10 spot, will step in. He comes in as the extra hitter. Ball's hit to center field. And like that, the prospects, they get out of a tight situation. As Tess Black was knocking on the door, they'll strand 3. We'll head to the bottom of the second frame. 2-0 prospects, semifinal matchup. The 2025 Perfect Game, Super Regional NIT. Chris Allard with the call. We'll be right back. Well, back to live action. We're ready to go here in the bottom of the second frame. Brandon Manavong to start things off. B will step in here tonight under the lights. Bottom 2, it's a 2-0 affair. Tess Black was knocking on the door as Manavong steps in and ready to go. And the ball's up and in. The count is 1-0. Wells working from the stretch. Some pitchers prefer that versus a straight windup. Ball's upstairs. The count goes to 2-0. As we said, pitching's a premium. We've talked about that throughout the course of the tournament. The importance of that and where things. And Dre Murakami will step in. Quick visit out to the mound. As Hunter heads out to talk to his guys. Head coach for the Tess Black Club. Under the lights here, just outside of Louis Armstrong Airport in New Orleans. Great destination point. Hope you've have a chance perhaps to play out here at the Oak Villa Park this season. Great tournament location, and here tonight under the lights. Semi-final matchup. Murakami steps in. And a good bunt laid down there. A little trouble off the mound in time. So Murakami down the line. Off the mound was Wells, and the runner will advance. So Manavong will end up at second. And stepping in, Cameron Walters. So Dre, good effort laying it down. Was able to move over Manavong over at second. Ball up, the count's 1-0. And a strike in there, the count goes to 1-1. So Cameron looking at a 2-1 count. And swing and a miss there on the inside. And the count goes even at 2-2. And swing and a miss outside, strike three. Walters will have a seat. He didn't like that. And a good pitch, though, so Wells gets the K. So another visit out to the bump. That's going to do it. They're going to make a pitching change here. So Wells does his thing, and go back to live action here, and a pitching change made here. Shane Taylor taking over. Left-handed pitcher. We got a lefty-lefty matchup here in Charlie Blaylock, top of the order for the Prospects. And a strike there. Taylor works ahead. The count's 0-1. And hit by pitch. Blaylock gets on board. And Victoria will step in. Victorio, big cut at the plate. And Taylor gets it through. The count's 0-1. Ball out and up. The count goes even to 1-1. Runners at first and second for the Prospects. Manavong at second. Blaylock over on the first base side. And the count goes to 2-1. Well hit ball, could drop into the gap. Left fielder makes a good move, and that ball is trapped. That ball gets away, and everybody moves up. But a good recovery, though, coming up quickly and firing it in. So Lund in left field laid it out, almost gloved it. Good defensive move, though, nonetheless. And Victorio gets on board, and the bases are loaded. They'll run for him. Mason Moeller will come in. Moeller comes in as a courtesy runner for the catcher, Nateo Victorio. So Jordan Leon will step in. So Mora sending some communication out to the defense. And a ball gets away, fastball. A long hold here. The 1-0 pitch. And that ball is smoked foul. AJ down the line there, and the ball's ripped to the left side. The count goes to 1-1. So everybody will reset here as Jordan Leon will step back in. The ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Right side, high fly ball. Second baseman rolling off, first baseman, everybody's there. The ball drops in, and Charlie Blaylock will come home. So a high flyer that drops in, and Leon gets on board with a single. Runners at the corners, and the Prospects bring across their 3rd run. Stepping in, Blake Barbarena. And Barbarena ready to go. And Barbarena pulls the trigger, and that ball is out of play. And the count is 0-1. So a quick visit out to the mound, and we'll reset as Barbarena locks back in. Count is 0-1 with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Moeller at 3rd. Jordan Leon over on the first base side. And a good grab there. And Leon will move up 90 feet, and the count goes to 1-1. And in tight there, Barbarena has to bail out. And the count goes to 2-1. a ball hit shallow. That drops in. And in and out like that. No play at first and into the dugout area. And coming home, safe at home. So like that, taking advantage of the overthrow on the first base side. And Barberena will get on board with a single and 2 come across. The Prospects will pick up their 4th and 5th run with 2 outs here, and that'll bring in Trey Lawrence. Time called, Lawrence steps out, he'll reload. And Barberena takes advantage there at the plate, in and out of the glove quickly, but just trying to gather, no play down for Mora as Barberena moves up 90 feet and a ball at the plate. Counts 1-0. And a strike called there. The count goes even to 1-1. And a ball out. The count goes to 2-1. And a 3-1 count to Trey Lawrence. Pitch on the way. And a low strike called on the inner third of the plate. The count goes to 3-2. So a full count on Trey Lawrence. And Lawrence will step back in here. Lawrence ready to go from the stretch. The 3-2 pitch. Ball's hit center field. Center fielder backing up and should have a play there. They'll reel it in. But the Prospects, they bring up a couple extras. They come over. It's 5-0. We'll head to the third. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, back to live action here as the Prospects, we head to the third inning. Tess Black getting on the offensive side. Back to the top of the order. And Lund will step in. And Kuhnsteller stays on the bump for the Prospects. We're ready to go. And a strike for Kuhnsteller to start things off. And the count is 0-1. Looking pitch there, good movement and big drop there for Kuhnsteller, and the ball goes to 1-1. And a good effort for Manavong, gets into center field. Lawrence backs it up. Charlie Blaylock correction at shortstop. And on board with a single. And that'll bring up the two-hitter, King. So Lund gets on board to start things off the top of the order here in the top of the third. Prospects leading this one 6-0. Had a correction on the score, got that corrected from Nash, keeping things in order for us. And a swing and a miss at the plate. The count is 0-1. Throw back over. Reggie, our infield umpire, says no. Lund back in time. King steps back in. The 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down. It's on time. Mora, catcher for the club, trying to get something going with his guys, and he's got Lund over at second with 2 outs. Correction, 1 out. Time is called at the plate. Manavong communicating to Kuhnsteller. Throwback pick is an attempt, a good arm for Victorio. He guns it down there, but not in time. Count is 1-0. Correction. 1-0. Got that accurate call there. And a ball's out of play, fouled off. The count goes to 1-1. Time called again at the box. Mark, our head umpire, grants it. And Mora will reload. Good move for Kuhnsteller. Manavong shuffling around, trying to get a back pick there. Reggie, our infield umpire, doing a nice job here throughout the course of the tournament. One gets back in time. Pitch on the way. Center field. Backing up. And Trey Lawrence, they're going to tag. He's got a good arm. And that gets cut into Manavong quickly. Gongora steps in, pitch on the way. Kuhnsteller runs it in tight. The count is 1-0. And the count goes to 2-0. 2 outs. Gongora steps back in. Lund still parked at second. Kuhnsteller runs it out. The count's 3-0. Henry answers back. 3-0 count there. He's got to throw the strike. Gongora taking all the way. The count is 3-1. Still a hitter's count here. And Kuhnsteller prospects looking for an out. Gongora looking for a knock. And a ball swung on. Fouled off to the right side. The count will go full. So a 3-2 count. Ball at the plate as Lund moves over 90 feet to third, taking off. And a walk administered there to Gongora. The batter Young, the 5-hitter, will step in with Test Black knocking on the door here with runners at the corners. And the count is 1-0. And the ball is low. The count goes to 2-0. Runner goes. Throw down to second. And runners moving up. So a 3-0 count. The batter Young. And Henry answers back, puts one on. The count goes to 3-1. Young taking all the way. And a ball's fouled off. Victorio took a shot there. Caromed right off his knee pads, but again, Victorio, the tough dude, and the count goes full at 3-2. Well hit ball. Murakami getting under it, and Dre pulls it in. They'll leave 2 on the bags. The prospects and Kuhnsteller taking care of business. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Prospects get on the offensive side. back to live action. We're ready to go here. Brody Taylor to start things off. Pitch on the way, just missing low. The count is 1-0. So Shane Taylor, a lefty staying on the hill. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way. Taylor, big cut there. And Shane runs it through. The count goes to 1-1. Taylor steps back in. Taylor pulls it foul to the right side and out of play. And Taylor will work ahead at a ball and 2 and strikes. 1-2 count to Taylor. Curveball missing there. The count goes to 2-2. And a ball missing in on Taylor. And the count goes full at 3-2. Jimmy Stout on deck for the Prospects. Taylor right side off the first base line. That'll be in foul territory. Taylor got jammed on the inside, and they pick up their first out. Jimmy Stout will step in with 1 down, bottom of the 3rd. Prospects leading this 1-6-0. And a strike outside, so Taylor works ahead, and the count is 0-1. And the count evens up at 1-1. Taylor comes inside, and Stout not going there, and the count goes to 2-1. And a ball low, 3-1 count. And Jimmy takes a cut, fouls it straight back. And the count will go full at 3-2. Jimmy to the right side, fouls it off. And Stout to the right side, cut foul. Right fielder going a long way, not able to make a play, and the ball will drop in foul territory. So Stout will reload again, and the 3-2 battle starts here. And a ball low. Stout will get on board with a walk. And the Prospects get a man on here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Will bring up Brandon Manavon. And a strike called there. Taylor works ahead. Count is 0-1. Manavong takes a stroke, pulls it foul and out of play, and the count is 0-2. Manavong looks at a ball. The count is 1-2. Manavong back up the middle. They get one there and not in time down the line. So good speed in Manavong. They get the force in Jimmy Stout at second, but Manavong gets on board. A 2 down. And Dre Murakami will step in. Manavong at first. Ren gets a throw over. And that ball gets away off the fence. There'll be no play. Right off the netting. Netting kind of slows down the ball there, so no option to throw down. As Mora gathers, and Manavong moves up 90 feet on a ball. The count's 1-0 for Murakami. And a strike outside. The count goes to 1-1. So even money for Shane Taylor and Tess Black trying to get out of the inning here with 2 outs. Ball low, the count goes to 2-1. Murakami being patient, looking for his pitch. Looking to get a knock with Manavong at second. And a ball chopped foul. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs. And we're in the bottom of the third. Shaking off, a long hold here before we're ready to go. Comes set, pitch on the way. And swing and a miss there. So Shane Taylor, he comes through for Tess Black to leave one on. It's 6-0. We'll head to the fourth. Stay with us. We'll be right back. The Prospects leading this one. Semi-final matchup. The 2025 Perfect Game Super Regional NIT here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Chris Allard with the call. We'll see you right back. a strike at the plate. As Bren looks at strike one, the count is 0-1. Kunsteller working ahead here. Top of the fourth. And back to back, Kunsteller looking good there, and the count is 0-2. Bren laying off, looking to get a knock. Something started for his guys as we're in the fourth frame. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Mateo puts the tag on the drop three there, and Kunsteller will start off with a K. Schaffler steps in, base is empty, hitting in the 7 spot. Good cut, got on the barrel, just goes foul and out of play. A 1-1 count. And Kunsteller, 2-1 count. And a ball outside. So missing out. And the count goes to 3-1. And a strike outside. The count goes full at 3-2. Kunsteller. Good cut, staying alive. Schaffler reaching out to make contact, fouls it back, and 3-2 holds here. Schaffler steps back in. And swing and a miss, drop three. He's got time, he's got to go quick. And in time, a one-hopper down the line. And Victorio, with Schaffler, looked like he was down the line. Calls out down the line. And 2 outs on the books. So Victorio comes out of the drop three strike and was able to clear it and get the out. Stepping in, Matter Menifee. Foul ball in the box. Good gathering there. Shortstop. Good play all the way across. The out's recorded. Jordan Leon. 6-3 put out. Led to the bottom of the fourth frame. Prospects leading this one 6-0. Well, back to live action. Ready to go here in the bottom of the fourth frame. Cameron Walters. The prospects here will go 10-1-2 in the fourth, bottom half. Corbin Menifee, the right-hander for Tess Black, takes over for the club. And will face Walters here for the first time. And a ball low. The count is 1-0. And a 2-0 count. And a ball just missing low there. And the count is 3-0 to Walters. And a ball up. So Walters will find himself 90 feet down to first base on board with a walk. And that'll get back to the top of the order, and Charlie Blaylock will step in. And a visit out to the mound from Coach Hunter Vansel. Quick word with Corbin, and we'll get right back to live action. Go to the top of the order for the prospects. And Charlie Blaylock looks at a ball that counts 1-0 with Cameron Walters over on the first base side. And a strike outside, a good pitch there. So Corbin gets one back, and the count is 1-1. Ball's hit to the right side. That'll drop in the gap. And rounding hard, Cameron Walters. They throw into second. And Charlie Blaylock, with good wheels, finds himself in with a stand-up double. And Walters over to third. So runners in scoring position for the prospects here in the bottom of the fourth. Mateo Victorio will step in. Coach Trey getting some of the hard goods off of the legs there of protective equipment on Charlie Blaylock. So Victorio steps in. Defense is ranged up. Corbin works from the stretch. And a strike on the inside. Good looking pitch there. Corbin works ahead. The count is 0-1. And a ball gets away, no movement off of third. Walters will stay put. And the count goes to 1-1. And a ball upstairs. Victorio bailing out there, and the count goes to 2-1. Victorio, hard hit ball, left field. Here comes one in Cameron Walters, and they're going to shut down Blaylock at third. So on board with a single and an RBI, Nateo Victorio. They're going to run for Victorio, and they pick up their 7th run on Victorio's single. And Mason Moeller will come in. So a visit out to the bump. Pitching change coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. So Lund takes over on the mound here as we're ready to go. And Jordan Leon will step in. Runners at the corners. Mason Moeller, Charlie Blaylock at third. And a ball just missing there. The count is 1-0. And a strike on the inside. That lands in, and a good pitch for Lund. And the count goes to 1-1. Coach Trey now working down on first base for the club. Skipper Carlos Avila down at third. From the stretch, Moeller over at first. Good stop behind the plate, and the count goes to 2-1. And chop foul. Jordan Leon. And the count goes to 2-2. And Leon takes another cut. Fouls it straight back. Count holding at 2-2, says Mark, our head umpire. And a ball upstairs. The count goes full at 3-2. And ball Blake Barberena. Pushing towards the 9 p.m. hour. The winner of this game will move into the championship game. And we will bring that to you live. With the delays and everything, it's a late night here this Monday. And the count is 1-0 to Barberena.
Mark.
Time has expired, and Barberena says, just give me one more. That's all he wanted. And Barberena says, I just want one more pitch, but the clock burned out. The Prospects, they'll move on to the title matchup. They've worked hard to get here, thanks to Mark, our head umpire, Lewis. Of course, Reggie, Nash, keeping score. Everybody doing a great job behind the scenes for perfect game. Congratulations to the Test Black Club doing a nice job getting to this point. They get to the semifinals. A great organization they'll continue to play on throughout the 2025 season. For now, the Prospects, they're moving to the title match. That'll be coming to you live. They're in the books. Championships coming up next.